Hello, and welcome back to Wonderment Studios channel. We're going to be looking today at another tool, a 2x2, one of my favorite types of tools. We're going to be looking at change, actually successful change. How do you plot it? But before we do, let's take a look at what change can look like as a diagram. This is the change delta model. And as you can see, there are variations and intensity of change. At the very low end, we can identify basically a transactional kind of change. It's a very simple, mild type of change. When we move up the scale, we go to a transitional type of change. When the change is very dramatic, it's transformational. These are what I would define as the 3 levels of change. Let's get back to our 2x2 model. Let's begin. First of all, we're talking about successful change. And to talk about this, we need to identify the variables. So at the base of the drawing of our 2x2, we're going to talk about change, since that's the subject matter. Over on the right side, we're going to have a low level of change. And to the right side, a high level of change. Now I'm using the delta again to signify that the complexity of change or the intensity of change, just like the delta model showed. Now, with change, there's learning. And learning comes in 2 levels. There's the low level of learning, and then there's the high level of learning. So here's the matrix format. You have change, low and high. You have learning, low and high. So let's see what happens when we look at a low level of change and a low level of learning. This is called functional. It fulfills a purpose, but it's not long-term and it's not guaranteed to stay that way. What happens when the change is extremely high or high, but the learning is still low? This causes mayhem, confusion, and is definitely not going to stay a successful change. Just like mayhem, if we move to the upper left-hand corner, where the learning is high, but the change is kind of low, what happens here is we kind of get restlessness. We get bored. And when boredom starts in, we just don't stay with it very long. But what happens when the learning is high and the change is high? This is the target zone. This is where we want to be to make a successful change or transformation, as we start hearing about. So with higher level of change comes a higher level need of education. With a high level of education, it's best to find somebody to help you make that change, guide you along the way so that you stay committed to that change. So this is the 2x2 on successful change. I hope this helps, and I hope the map can help you when you're looking to make your change. Again, I'm Kevin Dully. This is Wonderment Studio Channel. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon again.